Beelzemon, perhaps the fandom's favorite great demon lord and one of the most popular characters in the series in general. Now let's see how he really stacks up. Beelzemon is stated to be second only to Lucymon among the great demon lords. While he has been all throughout the Digimon franchise, most know him as he is seen in Digimon Tamers, where he was transformed from Ipmon. In this form, he wreaked havoc among the main characters and all those who stood against him. They stood no chance in those lesser forms, and out of rage, War Growlmon evolved into Megadramon, a great dragon which bears the digital hazard, a warning that they are a danger to the digital world. When fighting Beelzemon, he was going to collapse the Tamer's digital world, which is a layered multiverse and the real world, simply by existing. After absorbing power of another Digimon, he was able to defeat Megadramon. Later, it evolved into the Royal Knight Dukemon with the power of his tamer. After absorbing more power, Beelzemon was more than enough for Dukemon and was close to defeating him. Dukemon is often shown to be one of the strongest Royal Knights who has faced multiversal entities in the past. All these characters were newly evolved and Digimon grow more powerful with experience. But getting into himself as a great demon lord, while Beelzemon generally does not get involved with demon lord plans without coercion, he is still an important and one of the most powerful beings in his rank. Being a great demon lord is a primal factor of the Digiverse, or another way to put it is, they are a fundamental part of the universe, representing the concept of the 7 deadly sins. They exist as avatars throughout the multiverse, meaning at one point they were whole and immeasurably more powerful, which, considering that Beelzemon in Tamers was already a multiversal plus being, a true form of these beings gathered from the infinite Digimon multiverse would be incredible. Now of course the Demon Lords are hacks. They are called the greatest evil magical Digimon in fact. Their most noteworthy abilities are their defenses. They are an embodiment of sins and will always exist as long as those sins exist, regardless of how many times they are defeated. They, like any Digimon, are of course more powerful in enhanced forms such as Blast Mode and X-antobody form. Power absorption, he can absorb and mimic the powers of those he defeats. Being a demon lord makes him a being of the dark area, an infinite void, so he can manipulate darkness and non-existence. He rules over a portion of the dark area and travels freely throughout it, which is textbook immeasurable speed. I will end this with going over his techniques in upgraded form. He can summon a motorcycle. With this, Dukemon could not perceive his movements. Beelzemon has many existence erasing abilities. Poi Y, a technique that traps the opponents in crystal spears and then deletes them. He is all around more powerful in Blast Mode. In fact, his profile says his power and speed are incomparable. A technique called Corona Destroyer. Yes, this move is what kind of reminded me to cover this guy again. It shoots a wave of dark energy. Also, Corona Blaster shoots a wave that destroys a target on an atomic level. And Beelzemon X, Beelzemon with the X-antobody vaccine, which unlocks the true power of a Digimon. He can manipulate the hellfire of the dark area that can erase anything it comes in contact with, and even beings that are form of nothingness themselves. Profile says it not only is immune to the fire, but is a master of it, meaning he is immune to existence erasing abilities. In the text adventure story Digimon Chronicle X, he, along with Lucymon X, made easy work of several Royal Knights. Now, technically, this is the last of its evolution forms. He does have a vessel. When all Demon Lords come together, they can form Ogudemon. Each Demon Lord has a crown and sword that represents the demon. A gun for Beelzemon, of course. His power can also be used to form Lucimon Satan mode, but Beelzemon has no consciousness in that form. He can use Diaboromon X as a vessel. Even Alphamon, going all out, was struggling against this form. Alphamon, a character who in base form is stronger than all Royal Knights. Now, they went beyond that and formed Agudamon X with the power of all great demon lords with Diboromon X, forming an unbeatable Digimon. You can see Lucimon X controlling this form, and the demon lords left after it was destroyed. This form was even going to destroy everything, and it is stated that it cannot be stopped. So let's sum this all up. A strong avatar could be as strong as A2 Multiversal Plus, and stronger forms and upgraded forms can be made stronger. True form and Agudamon X form are easily C1 to possibly even A1 Ultraversal, depending on how you validate Infinity Mountain, but more on that when I finally cover Yggdrasil. Anyways, for now, I have finally covered this Demon Lord, who is powerful and of course with a certain mastery of non-existence manipulation. Personally, I consider him to be the second strongest of the great Demon Lords, but tell me what you think in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe. Later.